So, Anya, when did you first develop an interest in politics?
It started, well, quite young. Probably my first political moment was when it was World Book Day. I was about 7 or 8, and my mum sent me into school dressed as a suffragette, and then I was just spending the entire lunchtime like telling people about suffragettes and feminism.
So obviously, kind of the reason why I wanted to interview you is because you're the youngest councillor in Newcastle, at only 21 years old. How did you get to where you are today?
I joined the Labour Party when I was 18. When I was 18, in my first year of uni, because it was the 2015 general election, and I just felt like everything was just awful. And I was surrounded by people who were working class students who did not have as much as me, and whose parents had absolutely had to work their socks off to get their kids anywhere near affording university accommodation, fees and that sort of stuff. And I was just like, this is just completely wrong. I need to do something about it. So I joined the party, started going out campaigning, and then from that point on I got more and more involved. Building up from kind of all of the activism and kind of becoming an elected official, I think a lot of people go down that journey where they meet so many different people and you kind of get like spotted, and people spot something in you that maybe you could do that one day, and they help build you up and get you to the point where you're confident enough to do it. And the main thing for me was I have a friend who just turned around to me and was like, I think you'd be really good at that. I think you should have a go. And so I did.
Can you describe your role and responsibilities as a councillor?
So I've got my ward kind of focused responsibilities. So that's like surgery. We go to like one of the local venues in the ward, maybe a residents association, a library, a community centre, that sort of thing. So people can come in and they can raise issues with us if there's quite a lot. Commonly it's a lot of bins and it's like parking and that sort of stuff. But the other stuff I do is like the actual council meetings. So you have to attend meetings and pass motions, so like stuff like the budgets and commitments for the council.
Being so young, you must face questions about your experience and ability to do the job. How do you address these concerns?
I mean, I have had some kind of online, not abuse, but like stick for being young and looking about 15. There was an operation across the city about antisocial behaviour in young people and underage drinking in public places and that kind of thing. And I was along for one of those operations on like a Saturday night, and a group of kids got some alcohol confiscated off of them. And somebody from the council was like, oh, could you get your picture taken with the alcohol? And I was like, okay. So they got a picture of me holding 2 bottles of Echo Falls, like stood next to a police officer. And they put that picture on Facebook and they had to take it down the next day because so many people were going, is that one of the councillors or is that one of the kids who's been drinking? So, but I think quite often people really appreciate a new perspective. My ward colleagues who are in Kenton, Jed and Stephen, Jed first got elected in Kenton in 1996, which was the year I was born. I think people do appreciate that when they go to meetings now, they've got Jed and Stephen, the experienced people on hand, and then there's also me with kind of new ideas, what we could bring to the table.
So are young people a focus of your work as a councillor?
I think it's important that we have young people taking up a kind of public office because people do need role models. I think that could be incredibly powerful, kind of identifying somebody who looks like you, because the thing about local government is it's all old white men mostly, and it's not like I'm not an incredibly amazing, gifted, talented person. I'm just a random average person, and anyone, if you want to do it, if you want to put the effort in and you want to be a councillor, you can. And I think that's especially important for young women to see that you can be a young woman in politics.
Do you have any advice for young people wanting a career in politics?
Yeah, do lots of hard work. It is tough and it's long hours and it's something that you've got to do because you want to do it. And like when you get, say, people, oh, you got career politicians and they just want to make a name for themselves and all that, that's not what, especially not what local government is. It's a lot of hours after work because I work full time, and then I come out of work and I do more work, and then my weekends are work. Like you have to want to do it.
What are your future aspirations? Is there potentially MP Anya Durrant?
I mean, a few years ago, if someone had said to me, oh, you will be a city councillor, I'd be like, don't be silly, that's ridiculous. Why would I want to do that? But you never know. I'm here now. Just want to see what I can do. I've got time to work it out. I'm only 21, so we'll see what happens.